All right, hello. We are live. This is the first time I'm actually using my laptop to record this. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? I'm going to allow a couple, 1, 2 minutes for people to join. Today, I've got an exciting topic for you. We are going to be talking about three most common mistakes that you might be doing at the beginning of your healing journey, whether it is skin issues that you suffer with, gut health issues, or whether you're trying to lose weight as well. So, these are the three most common mistakes that I often come across when first starting out with clients. And it's kind of like the biggest revelation when they realize, oh my gosh, this is what I've been doing. That really helps to save them time, save them money, and create that change that they really, really want to have. So, as a skin and gut health coach, although, in the title it's skin and gut health, I specialize in anything from hormonal imbalance to adrenal fatigue, to obviously weight issues, to menopause as well. But there's these three common mistakes really do happen in every single genre of health challenges that I work with. So the first one that is that I come across, do you know what, guys? I don't even know. I can't really see who is watching, who is on here. If someone can say hello, give me a wave, give me a like. I often use my phone, so I can't even see who's on the call. So if you guys are here, please let me know that you can hear me well, first of all, and that you can see me well as well. I'm actually just gonna log in on my phone. Bear with me just 1 second and see. Yes, okay, cool. I can see I am live myself. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So the first common mistake that I see people do is a lack of individualized approach. So when it comes to a diet, for example, I often get asked, Joe, what do you think? Which diet is good for me? Without me really having to spend any time getting to know them, getting their story, getting their medical history, really getting to know what their current health challenges are all about. So that's why, for example, I don't really give sort of a straightforward advice without getting to know you better. And Discovery Call is one of the tools that I use and that I offer to clients, and it's free, is for us to really get to know each other, okay? So if you're coming to see me with a skin issue, having 15 years of experience working as a skin specialist, not only gives me a good background, but it's an immense knowledge, experience, and confidence that I have dealing with certain skin conditions. So me getting to know you, getting to know about your condition, seeing your skin, is when I really can say, okay, this is what we need to do, versus you going to the shop and purchasing something that you may have seen on Instagram advertised by an influencer who has zero knowledge on skin or gut or any diets. Often these guys are paid for these sponsored posts, so you may not necessarily be in the safest hands and looked after someone that's going to help you achieve those goals. When it comes to, for example, bloating, I had a very interesting discovery call with my clients today, and initially she contacted me because she's been suffering with bloating for quite a long time. Had she just gone to a health shop and purchased a first available supplement, obviously, yes, there's a big hope that this might help, but actually, within half an hour, I've discovered so much about her, so much about her medical history, what's actually happened, 6, 7 years ago, what medication she was on, how she handled the whole situation emotionally. And we understood that, bloating is really just a symptom, but allowing a specialist, in your case, if you decide to work with a specialist, allowing them to get to know you, opening up, giving time to build that rapport is an amazing way to transform your results and transform your journey. By the way, I can see someone's watching, guys. I am doing this live on my laptop, so unfortunately I can't see who it is. So if you are watching, can you leave me a little comment just so that I know who it is and say hello? I may go back to my phone again in another live, but I thought I'm going to give my laptop a go. So yeah, lack of individualized approach. If you're kind of just a number who goes to a health shop or purchase skin products or buys into another diet, whether it's keto, whether it's paleo, whether it's something else, without really understanding how everything works. So obviously, as a nutritionist, having that extensive knowledge and background in how certain conditions are linked together, how certain systems in your body work together in synergy. So if one thing isn't working so well, it will affect all the other systems. So having just a single supplement will not do the job. You need to be able to allow the time and the expert to really kind of zone in into your story, into your symptoms, in what's really going on, all the way back to the childhood. That's really how far I always go with my clients. I get them to fill out a very detailed, in-depth questionnaire, and I ask you your story all the way to your birth, because I understand and I know that everything from that moment onwards, as well as your parents' and grandparents' history, has an effect on who you are, how you are, and what you suffer with, what symptoms you experience, and why they are there in the first place. So that was number one. Number two is only focusing on the symptoms and not the real issue. And this is, I think, majority of us, I've been there myself as well. I suffer with eczema myself. This is a condition that I continuously try to heal. It often comes up and down. So it's a little bit all over the place at the moment. Sometimes stress levels aggravated, but I know that there is a deeper issue there that's triggering that eczema to come up to surface. My body is trying to communicate something, and I may not always be patient enough to listen to it. So as a healer myself, I actually have regular healing sessions with a friend of mine who's also a healer, and I work on myself constantly. But only just focusing on the symptoms rather than the real issue is most likely to leave you in that vicious loop of trying and starting something new, and then not really kind of going till the end, finishing your project, finishing your goal, because without knowing what the real issue is, how can you treat the symptoms? How can you overcome that struggle? So when it comes to weight, I've worked with quite a lot of clients on their weight challenges, coming to see me first, wanting to lose weight. And I always say to whoever I'm starting to work with, the issue that you've come to me with is never the issue that we're actually going to be working on, because there's always a deeper cause that's causing that issue to surface. Just as an example, I've just completed a beautiful 3-month transformation package with one of my clients who initially came to me with weight challenges. And throughout the process, what we've discovered, and it really happens 99% of the time, where deeper emotional issues are unaddressed and people are starting to overeat. They're trying to suppress the emotions. They don't know how to deal with the emotions. And that could be, feeling unsatisfied with your job, feeling unsatisfied with your relationship, not knowing how to communicate, getting frustrated, not feeling supported, either a job, relationship, or other issues. But overeating is often caused by you not knowing how to deal with certain emotions, how to allow them to leave your body in a constructive and healthy way. So just focusing on the weight alone is never really going to give you that much of a drive, wanting to really change that. What is the deeper issue that's causing you to overeat in the first place? What's the real issue that triggers your weight to go up and down? Because when you address that, and you change the emotional attachment to that issue, that's when the real changes can start happening. That's when you disconnect yourself from that emotional need to reach out for food when you feel stressed, or when you feel lonely, or when you feel sad. Similar, with skin. In 15 years, I must have treated thousands, if not, hundreds of thousands of clients with my own bare hands. And that was one of the reasons, actually, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to study nutrition. I wanted to study energy healing, because some clients were responding really well to the skin treatments. Some clients were not. And initially at the beginning, obviously, I took most of the responsibility on myself. However, as I started learning more and more about the emotions and nutrition and how they together can impact your health, your skin, your gut, your weight challenges, that's when I understood that there's a deeper connection. Skin in itself is a mirror of your inner health. So I always say your inner health is reflected in your skin, which is your outer health. So if if there's acne, if there's eczema, if there is rosacea, that could be down to several gut issues. For example, I myself, from my own experience, I didn't know that after I've had my gallbladder removed years ago and my appendix removed years ago, my lymphatic system is not working as efficiently as it should be. And lymphatic system is responsible for removing excessive toxins from your body. So I have troubles losing weight easily. It takes me a little bit longer than it would have taken another person. But having that realization, having that knowledge, I now know what to do. Similar with skin. If I spend some time with my client and we will go through that deep, in-depth questionnaire, I can then understand, okay, could your acne be down to the foods that you're eating? Could your acne be to the fact that you're super stressed? Could your acne be, or could your, gut health issues be linked to you, not chewing food properly? Those are the simplest things that sometimes clients did not see them, and then they buy another product, go for another treatment, spend hundreds of thousands of money, and they're not getting the results. And it's because we're just scratching the surface. We're not even going down deep where we really need to go. And similar with gut issues, this discovery call that I had this afternoon was, it was beautiful, because this client, like I mentioned earlier, came to me with bloating, and it was beautiful because she was already quite aware of the journey that she has gone through up till now. There's been some trauma. Obviously, I'm going to have to keep certain information confidential, but there's been some trauma. There's been some autoimmune disease there as well, which has a tremendous effect on how your body then recovers, how it then deals with stress, how it deals with food, the medication that she was on throughout the process of recovery, what effect that had on her gut. So that's when we go into details and in depth. That's when, again, you have so much more power in your hands. And also me, myself, as a practitioner, as a team, we can work so well together, because one, you're aware, you understand what's going on. also as a healer, I've got that intuitive ability to tune into your space, into your energetic field, into your body, and pick up the beliefs, subconscious beliefs, which 90% out of the time we are not even aware of what beliefs we have in our subconscious mind. We store beliefs from now all the way back to where we were born. We store beliefs from our ancestors. We also store beliefs from past lives, and this is kind of like the our hard drive operating system. We only really use 10% of our conscious mind on a daily basis. That is just mind-blowing to me. When I discovered the power of theta healing, I knew that I had to combine it with nutrition. I knew that I had to combine it with coaching, because it's so powerful that once you access that 90% that drives your health, drives your body, and you can create instant changes throughout the session, that's when your health radically transforms. That's when you no longer rely on food to make you happy. You no longer rely on products, skin products, to get your skin healthy. You no longer rely on supplements to give you energy, because you're allowing your body to heal by changing beliefs, changing disconnections to certain beliefs. I'm reading a very interesting book at the moment, which I highly recommend to anyone, because I also work with chakras, so the energetic centers of the body. And the first one that I'm studying quite in depth is the Basal Chakra, which is our connection to our roots, our families, our religion, our friends, our collective consciousness, so the country that we're from. And just realizing how strong sometimes that link can be, and the beliefs that we have taken on, as kids, and brought them into our current life, how they can be impacting our health. How especially with gut health is all about trusting your intuition. If you're not trusting yourself, not trusting your intuition, you're not listening to your inner guidance, which is kind of like your highest, most intelligent source, then the body will let you know, especially around the gut area, by creating bloating, by creating discomfort, by making you stop and listen. And through the combination of coaching, nutrition, and theta healing, I'm able to really speed that journey up for many of my clients. In 3 months, we're able to shift some of the crap that they've been holding on for years. So that's that's when, instead of scratching the surface and just focusing on symptoms, we're dealing with the issue, we're correcting that issue, and we're allowing the clients to move forward in life. And the last one, majority of the people that I come across, and I've been there, I put my hands up, I've been there, they want results too quickly, and they give up way too quickly as well. So this is not uncommon. We used to say it takes 21 days to make a habit, something permanent. Now, I've read some studies that it actually takes 60 days to make a new habit, a permanent feature of your life, of your subconscious mind, and of your conscious mind as well. So when I sometimes come across clients, not so much anymore these days, but at the beginning it was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get the plan or buy these products without investing into, oops, sorry, I've got a fly flying in front of me, investing into skin treatments, or perhaps I'm just gonna follow the plan and try to lose the weight myself. And I always give analogy to the clients, in the same way that I was given an analogy by my personal trainer when he said, Joe, I could give you the plan, but the chances of you getting the same results following the plan by yourself, and then following the plan and working with me, my trainer, having me keeping you accountable, giving you support I'm so sorry. I don't know what this is. It's like a big fly flying in front of me. Keeping that support, keeping you accountable from each session to another session to another session. When you feel like, shit, me being able to pick you up, grab your hand, and let's carry on. Let's carry on. Change is never easy, that's for sure. I often say to my clients, you know, when they decide to start working with me over 3 or 6 months, I often warn them, this is probably going to be the most emotional ride of your life. This is where the changes are going to be required. This is when you are going to come out of your comfort zone to a zone of uncertainty, to a zone where creating a new habit takes time. And also with my theta healing, when we do download new beliefs, when we teach the body, when we teach the mind how to act with a new sense of being, new sense of thinking, your body needs time to get used to it. And, you know, people will often self-sabotage themselves. That's why many people give up, you know, so quickly in January when the new year comes in. You know, everyone's got these massive New Year's resolutions. 2 weeks into New Year, the gyms are already, you know, 70% empty. And that is because there's that lack of wanting the change to happen so quickly, lack of accountability, lack of support. You know, after each session with my clients, I often say, you know, give it time, give your body, give your mind a time to get used to the change, see how you feel with it. Sometimes the changes that I suggest, especially nutritional changes, may not be something that you will be enjoying. So, okay, just give it a go. Give it a go over the next week, give it a go over the 2 weeks. If you're not happy with it, there's always a possibility to change, adjust, and work out something that's going to work for you. So, in a nutshell, those 3 biggest and most common mistakes that people do when they start out their healing journey, whether it's skin, whether it's gut health issues, whether it's hormonal changes, whether it's trying to lose weight, is 1, you know, not having that individualized one-on-one approach, and you trying to do everything by yourself without having the experience, without having the knowledge, without having that specific program that's going to be working just for you. Okay, you're not just buying let's say a product of internet, or another weight loss program of an internet that is not even connected to you. It's got nothing to do with you. It doesn't know your history, doesn't know anything about you. Number 2, only focusing on the symptoms and not really addressing the root cause of the problem. That is kind of like, just, I often say, you know, putting a new layer of paint onto an old wall. That paint is eventually going to come off. And then the 3rd one, wanting results way too quickly, and giving up too quickly. I'm just going to touch on briefly, you know, again, about the habits and beliefs. If, let's say, you know, I am 38, I've been holding on to some shit and some beliefs for 38 years. Do you think that one session, for example, is going to clear up those beliefs? No. That's why even with 5 years experience as an energy healer, I still have weekly coaching as well as healing sessions myself, because healing is like peeling layers of onion. The new stuff will always come up, but with each change, with each process, there's always a new awareness that comes in. And the deeper you work on yourself, the longer you work on yourself, the more ingrained these changes become, and it's easier to stick on with the new habit. It's easier to connect emotionally to that desire. It's easier to really see the bigger picture behind, and that's what really drives you wanting to stick with the plan, wanting to stick with the goal. So yeah, let me just see actually if there are any comments. I can't really, bear with me 1 second. Do you know what, guys, if there are, I am going to try to have a look at them in a second, but at the moment I really can't see any comments, and I think I'm going to go back to using my phone next time, because I really can't see anything. But yeah, let me know if you found this helpful in terms of, making changes yourself, or perhaps your own clients, whatever it is that you do, or your partners or your spouses. If this is something that you found yourself guilty of, making these mistakes, and if you yourself, struggle with skin, gut health issues, weight issues, and you've been going through the same vicious cycle, and you would like to see how working with me can help you and really take you from a place of struggle to a place of results, place of achieving that goal of yours that you've really been dreaming of, whether it's feeling bloat free, feeling comfortable in your body, feeling comfortable in your clothes. That's the thing I hear a lot from my clients, feeling bloated, looking like you're 9 months pregnant, or even having eczema, and not feeling comfortable showing your skin off in front of your partner. Or the excess weight where you're, when you struggle with self-confidence, when you struggle to actually go and meet your soulmate, I invite you to get in touch with me. I offer a discovery call, and it's always a good chance to get to know each other, get to know your story, for me to see what journey you are on, and whether, we are also energetic match to work together. That's always a great opportunity to use that. So I invite you to get in touch. I will see you on my next Facebook Live. I wish you a beautiful evening, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.